Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. We are now on the day of the flea market, so we're going to go and check that out today. You can see that I have a fairly large sum of cash, and I would have more, but unfortunately I'm not able to turn in the wonderfuls that I have saved up, which are all sitting in my toolbox. So I've swapped the wonderfuls in my toolbox for all of the necessary items we're going to need in order to create Edge's rainbow. If we remember from the last video, the only thing I was missing was the snowflake flower, which you can grow in the wintertime, so it was perfect timing. Everything else I've really been holding on to for a very, very long time. The honeydew melon I've had since spring, and the lazuli I've had since spring as well when we did our treasure hunt. So it'll be nice to get rid of some of these items. And then of course, we also have our tuna. So these 5 items. I have my watering can so we can talk to Edge. And I also just put some gifts in my inventory in case we happen to run into anybody on our way around the town walking around today. So you can see I haven't bothered to really plant anything else because we're so late into the season now, and I was able to grow that snowflake flower. Which has given me a lot of time. Mind you, chores don't take a long time anyways, but it's kind of surprising how much extra time gets cut down by not having to water, which has actually been pretty nice. I just come in, I feed the animals. A little bit more work if it's raining or it's snowing out and I can't let them out. Most days though, I find, even in the wintertime, the weather is pretty nice. So I let them out, I feed the silkworm, and I'm usually done my chores in like less than an hour, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna have to take a little bit of extra time here and just say hello to all the animals. I'm trying to interact with them every day if I can. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't. I just kind of let them outside. Or if they have to stay inside, I just make sure that they're fed. I've been taking good care of the animals, but I haven't really been doing that extra step to give them a little bit more TLC. And I need to do that in order to increase the profits I can get from their products and whatnot. So anyways, we're gonna let them graze, and there's still quite a few hours until the flea market, but I'll go to town anyways. Because everything is closed today, I'm sure we'll run into a bunch of different villagers, so flea market days are always a good chance to talk to people. Oh, there's going to be a snowstorm tomorrow. I wonder how Ellie knows this. Does she just have some sort of premonition, or maybe she just watched the Weather Channel? But if there really is going to be a snowstorm tomorrow, that's interesting. I'll have to keep the animals inside. I can't recall ever having a snowstorm in all of winter. And then of course, because I don't have any crops, it's not important because I don't have to worry about the storm wiping out my crops, which is good. This is a nice opportunity to just walk along the beach and look for a few things. I feel like I haven't done that in a while. Although there's nothing, which is kind of unfortunate. Flea market has started, so let's head back to town square. And we will go and see what we can find. So we've arrived nice and early, and as we can see, there is practically nobody here once again. Now, this is due to the fact that we still have not unlocked the necessary villagers that will take up the remaining stalls of the flea market. I was hoping at the very least to have one more, But unfortunately that is not the case, and so Ellie is flying completely solo. She is here all by herself selling stuff. What a trooper. So just a reminder once again, if you need it, we have the carrot cake for Alan's rainbow recipe. We used that when we created his rainbow, but if you forgot to grab it last time, or you didn't have the money, or you just forgot, then you can get it here. And I've come to the flea market today because I'm actually going to blow a bunch of money on buying some carrot cake here. I'll be able to make the money back with mining, so I'm not too concerned. And the reason I'm doing that is because I need it as a gift. So this is also a good chance, if you have the funds and you're struggling to impress someone who maybe likes some sweets, you can score a bit of bonus points by maybe buying something from Ellie, which is what I'm going to do. And other than that, I don't think I need anything from her, so I'm going to go. Now, when spring and summer roll around once again, we are going to have new stalls then, and we will have some more action, so the flea market will be a bit more exciting. Rather unfortunate that it's such a bore, but we also have some upcoming festivals later on in the week, and so I hope that that will sort of make up for it. So I bought the carrot cake to give to Chase. He likes desserts and cooking. He likes high quality items, a lot of which I don't have. High quality crops and whatnot that I can't grow in wintertime. He likes marmalade and anything with oranges in it, but my orange tree has not yet fully bloomed, and so I have to wait for that to grow completely before we can start helping him there. And other than him, I think I've been making some good strides on the gift giving department, and I've actually managed to raise their hearts a few levels from the last time I did a video. So we need to make the long walk, or it feels very long, maybe because you feel like you have to do it so many times, over towards Alan's tree, because if we remember when we created Alan's rainbow, that leads us to the last harvest right edge. And so unfortunately, if we want to see edge, we have to go to Alan's rainbow. There's absolutely no other way around that. And believe it or not, after this, that will be our last harvest sprite. So we're gonna have to put up with his sniffling once again, but maybe bringing all the ingredients to him will make him a little bit more happy. But maybe not. He's still crying up a storm. But even so, he's going to do his best here, and he's going to make us a rainbow, and he's even got a little smile on his face, so that's nice. And there we have it, the purple part of the rainbow. And that's going to lead us to our final area. The rainbow bridge is completed, but where it leads makes me so sad. You mystify me, little harvest sprite. Oh, I almost forgot, I need to give you this. He's referring to his badge, of course. You'll know why this bridge makes me so sad soon. And luckily we never have to speak to him again, so that's just great. I guess we should investigate and see why this rainbow would make him so sad. Rainbow shouldn't make you sad, they're pretty and colorful. And if we walk across it, you'll actually see that we're in the sky, which is just bizarre. The rainbow just stops in these clouds. And I take back what I said, I guess we have to talk to him again. Unfortunately, but he's the one that knows the most about the Harvest Goddess apparently, so we're still missing a piece of the puzzle apparently. It looks like you've crossed the Rainbow Bridge, so you saw. There's nothing there anymore. It used to go to the top of the mother tree and we could climb up and see. Well, that makes sense since the mother tree has died. If only we could talk to the Harvest Goddess. We would know what to do. How can I talk to her? I'm sure if you go up this mountain, you'll be closer to the Harvest Goddess, so she might hear your voice. Alright, well that's a pretty easy fix. I think I can do that while I'm in the area. I'm already here. So although we have talked to all the harvest sprites and we've kind of helped the island, we haven't completed the puzzle yet because we still have to help the Harvest Goddess. It's the peak of the mountain. What better place to lie down for a nap? Am I right? Seems like a terrible idea, but alright. And then just like the harvest spring, we're visited by the goddess again. And you can see here that we're actually able to understand her a bit more clearly. I have been watching and know that your heart is kind. I'm the Harvest Goddess, and I need your help. What's new? The seedling of hope. It is the seedling of a new mother tree. Please find it and plant it where the old mother tree once stood. I'm sure the seedling is somewhere on this island. Help me, you're my only hope. So unfortunately, she was extremely vague and not entirely helpful. You finally met the Harvest Goddess. And now we have to go find the seedling of hope. So be prepared when you see that cutscene with the Harvest Goddess that it will end your day.
Let's go!
And I guess Ellie wasn't kidding. It sure does sound like a storm out there, so I'm gonna have to check things out. I do believe that your animals, by default, will get put into the barn at the end of the day if you haven't put them in. Or so I hope, because otherwise I'm gonna have some very, very unhappy animals to deal with, and I hope they're not gonna be sick or anything like that. So if we have a look at the calendar here, you can see that we have the Starry Night Festival on Wednesday, and then we have our New Year's Eve Festival. I have been working on the hearts of all of the bachelors, like I've mentioned. Not entirely sure how many hearts you need with them in order to attend that festival. I'm very much hoping that we have enough hearts that we can at least go to the festival with them. 4 may be required. I hope not. I hope that I could probably ask any one of these guys and they would go with me, but I will certainly update you guys on that. I'll only have a day to play before that happens, so I'll be back very soon. But as you can see, everyone is pretty close. Gil surprisingly has the most hearts of all people, and then I'm working slowly on catching Toby up, and then of course, like I said, struggled a little bit with getting Chase some gifts, so he is near the bottom, but hopefully I can shove cake in his face and catch him up a little bit. I didn't really have much else to talk about, and I didn't really have much else to do in the day yesterday, so it's okay that I was skipped forward a day. I'm gonna go and check out the storm, like I said, and I'll probably just do some mining or do something else to pass the next 2 days worth of time and check back with you guys for the festival. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.